This year has been a roller coaster ride. There are opportunities, achievements, late nights, heartbreaks, joys, laughter, love, growth, and of course, a sprinkle of anxieties. Or maybe a little bit more than a sprinkle. But it has been an interesting one. Let me share 23 things I've learned throughout 2023. I often hear people say not to give your all, to conserve love so you don't get hurt, or to not give your all because then people will find you being too nice or a people pleaser. It makes sense, but I don't completely agree with that saying. Giving your all doesn't mean giving everything until you have nothing left for yourself. It's more about putting in effort and emotions while still taking care of yourself. You don't trust that someone will never break your heart or never betray you. You trust that you can handle whatever that happens. Life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It comes with rain and maybe thunderstorms, but we shouldn't let one bad day define our life. We often focus on the bad so much we overlook the beauty of the little things. So next time you're having a bad day, start focusing on the little things that is happening around you. It's hard, I know, to not worry. I worried so much this year, but worrying doesn't help you. It only holds you back. What we could do instead is to trust in yourself that you will get through all the hard times, that the people around you would support you, that everything is going to be okay. You'll eventually make it. You don't know what will happen next month, next year, or even tomorrow, but what you know is that you'll be able to handle the things that life throws at you. One step at a time. The world can wait. Slow down. You know, I always believe that we should face our emotion and not run away from it. Because if we run away from it, it will eventually come back. So if you're going through a lot right now, cry as much as you need. Feel the emotions, even if it's too hard to handle. And when you're ready, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You can't change people's opinions or the way they think of you. Some people might not like you for the way you walk, talk, or simply for just existing. There are many reasons, I repeat, many reasons people can come up with to not like you. But that doesn't change the way you think of yourself though. So believe in yourself. Others' opinion doesn't really matter. Don't be affected by others' perspective of you. It doesn't change how you think of yourself. So believe in yourself. None of us really knows what we're doing. We're all just human beings trying to survive in a while. Okay, that's a very bad position. It is normal to feel tired, to feel lost, and not want to do anything, which is totally fine. People come and go, and that's okay. Your life is an ongoing storybook. There are endless of chapters. New characters appear every now and then, and familiar characters leave. Some might still be in the story, but not anymore as the main character. They become side characters who would support you from afar. Everyone's going through their journey of life, and it is totally normal to lose people along the way. But don't you worry, you lose people, but new ones will come. Lesson number 9. There are people who care. You are never alone in your struggles or in the hard times. There are people who is interested in your life and your success and would very much support you if you're going through a hard time. You'll be surprised, but there are a lot of silent supporters that you'll never know. The ones that will love and support you from afar. So keep it up, because if no one will, we will be supporting you. Say with me. And when people support you, you have to support them back. Like how you support me. And I'm gonna support you back right now by giving you food. Let's get her some food. A very aggressive ASMR. You can be a kind person and still stick up for yourself. You don't need to neglect your needs or your feelings just to help others. The definition of kindness does not need to involve any sacrifices. So the next time you feel overwhelmed with all the things that's going on,
I am so tired.
just remember, it is okay to say no despite others' feelings. Listen to your heart and give yourself a break. You don't need to be perfect to be kind. If they're truly your people, they'll understand. There's a famous proverb in Mandarin, 出淤泥而不染. This directly translates as, came from mud but it is not stained. Like a lotus flower, though it starts growing in the mud at the bottom of the pond, when it grows up and blooms, it comes out clean and beautiful. I really like this proverb because it reminds me to stay true to myself. As we go through life, we experience many challenges, disappointments, and hardships that can often lead us to lose the kindness and love we once had, as a way of self-protection. But I believe that it is possible to stay kind, bright, and honest while facing these challenges. Protecting yourself doesn't mean closing your heart or becoming the bad guy before people bad guided you first. Instead, it involves setting healthy boundaries and choosing to respond with empathy, to choose understanding over judgment. Don't let the society change you. Instead, stay true to yourself and create a positive and compassionate environment for yourself and those around you.
You know, in the midst of all the hustle, you tend to forget how it was back then. And how much you improved since then. If you're doubting your growth, your progress, or yourself, stop and look back. Look at how much you grow, how much you learned, and how much you achieved. You did well. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself.
I'm proud of you. Tongue 5.
So I noticed I'm someone who is very empathetic, so this is a good thing, but at the same time it's a bad thing in terms of like I always try to understand people. Why are they being like that? Why are they mean? I always find reasons for them to be the good person, and I always find myself to be like the
dramatic and sensitive person,
which makes it very mentally exhausting for me.
So this brings me to lesson number 13. Validate your feelings. Your feelings are always valid. Never be afraid to show it. You don't need to feel sorry for having these emotions. You're not being dramatic. You're not being sensitive. You have the right to feel whatever you feel. So acknowledge your feelings and stop trying to make reasons for why someone is being mean.
I'm okay.
There are a lot of things that are within our reach, within our capacity to change. But what we can do is to change ourselves, to change our mentality and the way we think of things. At one point in my life, I found myself being very cynical. I would believe that there is a reason behind someone's goodness, or that they are nice out of convenience. Then I realized and started changing my own mindset. I began to understand that genuine kindness does exist. Just as I am sincerely kind to others, I myself deserve to receive kindness. In the past, there might be people who made you doubt the goodness of the world, but we can't control the actions of others. However, we have the ability to shape how we perceive the world, to choose to see the good and embrace positivity. Modern people call this
Delulu the Salulu.
But seriously, when you change your mindset, situation change. You become more positive, you become happier, and people around you feels more comfortable as well. It's like the ripple effect.
The energy you put out influences the atmosphere. Positivity attracts positivity. A lot of people tend to look back and wonder if they make the right decision or if things would have been better if they chose a different pathway. But I always believe that life has its own plan for you, and the good things, the best thing eventually comes your way. So if you're ever regretting a choice you make in the past, just remember that you shouldn't dwell on the past should have moments. You make choices to learn and did what you think was best at the moment.
Lesson number 16. Take rest. Do things you like. This is something I found difficult to do throughout my life, because I'm someone who wants to use my time to the fullest. I want to do everything I can with every second I have. Even when I'm resting, my mind's everywhere. I get anxious. I think and think and think, and then something hits. These burnouts really taught me to slow down, to take rest, to just enjoy my life. Life doesn't have to be all hustle and bustle. It's fine to take break while other people hustle through life. You are you and they are them. You are never lazy for taking breaks. So next time someone said, "Why are you doing nothing?" tell them, "I'm taking a break. That's doing something."
When I was young, I always listened to stories and was very fixated on who the good and bad guys were. But as I grew older, I realized that a lot of things are grey. It's not black, nor is it white. It's all about which side of the story you're listening to. People are quick to judge. They spread stories and define someone just by what others said about them, without putting in the effort to understand their point of view, which is normal. It's something I find myself doing sometimes, without even realizing it. But I like to remind myself that stories are complicated. They involve the emotions, experiences, and values not just of one, but of multiple people. So be open-minded and try to understand the other side. Their perspective might bring a whole new side to the story. I feel so frustrated at times when I couldn't tell people my point of view, or worse, if people wrong me even after I tell them my feelings and the reasons behind my behaviors. But I've learned this year that it is okay for people to not know my side of the story. I have nothing to prove to anyone. If people don't share the same opinion as you, listen to their perspective without feeling the need to be right. You can share your truth and feelings without needing to persuade others to understand or believe. Due to my job scope, I've met a lot of people this year. I've also listened to a lot of stories, some of which broke my heart. Many people are going through things we could never imagine. And trust me when I say a small gesture could make someone's day. So be kind. Take that little extra step for others. Because you never know who needs it. Stop putting yourself down for not being able to give the energy you think it's expected from you. If you're the sunshine friend of the group and one day you just don't have the strength or energy to be that sunshine everyone expects you to be, don't feel bad about it. Even the chirpiest songbirds have quiet moments. Ivan Nicola once said, "Goodbye can be hard sometimes because the action of leaving is so permanent. But hanging on to something just because you're scared of letting go will hurt you even more. The longer you hold on, the more painful it gets." If you feel like you're asking for too much, if you think you're trying too hard to keep someone in your life, be it a friend, a partner, or a family member, think again about what is keeping you. Is it because you still see hope in this relationship? Or is it because you're scared of the pain of letting go? I understand how much you want some things to work, but at times it's better letting go. Trust me, better things will come to you.
Happiness is not a destination. You don't have to achieve a certain something or meet that special someone in order for you to be happy. You don't need to have a perfect life to be happy. It's not about having everything. It's about making the most of what you do have.
Took one step out the door, can't make amends with those who make good friends.
Don't be afraid to get back up again, to love again, to live again, to dream again. Don't let a hard lesson harden your heart. Every act of love adds warmth to your heart. Each moment lived is a gift. So don't hesitate to try new things. Let love find its way back to you.
Okay, I'm done. Stop crying. Let's go eat lunch, Isa. Let's go eat lunch. It's 2 now. Gonna have lunch. Crying won't help. It makes me hungry. Mama eat.
The echo of the pain can keep me from jumping. I can't make you love me right, and I don't want what ruins my nights. And I can't stand this world we made, and I don't want what ruins my days. You ruin my nights. You ruin